Good afternoon, children. So, today we are going to learn a new chapter in chemistry. It's about material changes. We know there are a lot of changes that is occurring in our world. So, in chemistry, we can classify changes mainly into two, that is, physical and chemical change. Okay. So, now what we are going to study is we are going to differentiate between a physical change and a chemical change. So, we know that melting of ice, freezing of water, boiling of water, that it is these particular changes are reversible changes, right? It can be reversed. Okay, that is a solid can change to liquid, a liquid can change to solid, liquid can change to gas, gas can change to liquid. So this is a reversible process. Okay, so it's not a permanent change, right? That is, ice can be, water can be converted to ice. Okay, it's not a permanent change. That ice can easily converted to water also. അല്ലേ, നമുക്ക് വാട്ടറിനെ ഐസ് ആക്കാം, ഐസിനെ വാട്ടറും ആക്കാം. ഈ ഐസ് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വാട്ടർ ഐസ് ആവുന്നത് ഒരു പെർമനന്റ് ചേഞ്ച് ആണോ? അല്ല, അതൊരു ടെമ്പററി ചേഞ്ച് ആണ്. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് ഹിയർ ഡ്യൂറിങ് ദിസ് പ്രോസസ് ഓഫ് സ്റ്റേറ്റ് ഓഫ് ചേഞ്ച് ഇൻ ദാറ്റ് പെർട്ടിക്കുലർ മാറ്റർ, നോ ന്യൂ സബ്സ്റ്റൻസസ് ഫോംഡ്. അല്ലേ, ഇവിടെ ഐസ് ആണെങ്കിലും വാട്ടർ ആണെങ്കിലും ഗ്യാസ് തന്നെ ആണെങ്കിലും the chemical compound is water itself. There is no change in the substance, no new substance is formed. So the two things about a physical change, it will be a temporary change. Here it is just a temporary change, it is not a permanent change, and no new substance is formed. Okay, here in all form, in ice or water or gas, here it is just a, its chemical compound is just water. There is no new substances formed or no change in its chemical format. It's just what, a change from one state of matter to another state of matter, and just it's a temporary change. Okay, another example is wax. We know that the wax will solidify or melt, and again it will solidify. So it's just a temporary change. Here also no new substances formed. So the main thing about a physical change is physical changes are temporary change and no new substances are formed. Okay, so when liquid water freezes, it becomes a solid. So when liquid water evaporates, it's form a gas. These are change of state and they are physical changes. There is just change in its state. Its chemical formula or its chemical state is not changing, just its physical state is changing, and it is a temporary change. Okay, so in a physical change, no new substance is formed. Okay, in a physical change, no new substance is formed, and we can reverse its process. That is, here we can convert ice to solid or solid to liquid. So it's a reversible process. Okay, and the solid water can be changed back to liquid by heating. The gaseous water can be changed back to liquid by cooling it. All of the time it is still water. അല്ലേ, മൂന്ന് ടൈമിലും അത് വാട്ടർ തന്നെയാണ്. It looks different, but it's still the same substance. Like here the chemical substance is same. So what are the important features of a physical change? It is a temporary change and no new substance is formed. Okay, it is a temporary change, no new substances is formed, and it is a reversible process also. We can easily reverse a state from one form to another form. Okay, so next what we are going to study is we are going to study chemical change. Okay, so what is the chemical change? In chemical change, in contrast to physical change, a new substance is formed. For example, suppose if you are burning a paper, ash is produced, right? So when a paper is burnt, it will be converted to a black ash. So is it possible to convert that black ash to paper? No, it's not possible. So here while burning the paper is converted to black ash. So a new substance is formed and it is not reversible also. അല്ലേ, നമ്മൾ പേപ്പർ ജസ്റ്റ് ബേൺ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഒരു ബ്ലാക്ക് കളർ ആഷ് ഫോം ആവും. നമുക്ക് ആ ബ്ലാക്ക് കളർ ആഷ് നിന്ന് പേപ്പർ തിരിച്ച് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ പറ്റുമോ? പറ്റില്ല. സോ അവിടെ ഒരു പെർമനന്റ് ചേഞ്ച് ആണ്. അത് മാത്രമല്ല, അവിടെ ഒരു ന്യൂ സബ്സ്റ്റൻസ് ഫോം ആയിട്ടുണ്ട് ആൻഡ് ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് നോട്ട് എ റിവേഴ്സിബിൾ പ്രോസസ്. സോ ഫിസിക്കൽ ചേഞ്ചിൻ്റെ ഒരു കോൺട്രാസ്റ്റ് ആണ് അവിടെ കെമിക്കൽ ചേഞ്ചിന്. അവിടെ ഒരു പുതിയ പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് ഫോം ആവും ആൻഡ് അവിടെ കെമിക്കലി അവിടെ ആ ഒരു സബ്സ്റ്റൻസിന് ചേഞ്ച് സംഭവിക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ, so in a physical chemical change, new substances are formed, and for example, when iron is heated with sulfur, a new substance known as iron sulfide is formed. Okay, so when iron and sulfur have reacted together to form a new substance, a chemical reaction is taking place. So here atoms in the iron and sulfur rearrange themselves to form what? Iron sulfide. Okay, so the iron atoms have bonded with sulfur atoms, and we can show what happens in the reaction using the word equation. That is, iron plus sulfur will give iron sulfide. Okay, so in this equation, arrow represent the chemical reaction. This arrow represent the chemical reaction, and this side, iron and sulfur are the reactants. Okay, so the reactants are substance that will react together. So here the iron and sulfur are the reactants, and this arrow indicates the chemical reaction, and this iron sulfide is a product. Product is a new substance which is formed. Okay, so so in a chemical equation there is two sides, a reactant side and a product side. Here the iron and sulfur are the reactants. The reactants are the substance which react together, and iron sulfide is a product. Products are the new substances that are made in the reaction. Okay, so in a chemical reaction, the reactants will be converted to form a product. Okay, so in a chemical change, new substance is formed. Okay, in a chemical change, a new substance is formed. It is a permanent change. Okay, it is not easily reversible. In a chemical change, new substance is formed. It is a permanent change. Here, iron sulfide formed is permanent. It cannot be easily converted to iron or sulfur, so it is not reversible. So, while distinguishing physical and chemical change, it is a temporary change. What about a chemical change? It is a permanent change. In physical change, no new substance is formed. In chemical change, new substance is formed. And physical change, it is easily reversible. In chemical change, it is not easily reversible. So in a chemical equation, there are reactants and products. The reactants are the substance that react together, and products are the new substance that are made in the reaction, and there is an arrow, okay, which represent the chemical reaction. Okay, so here I will show another chemical reaction. So in the reaction between iron and sulfur, two reactants combine together to form a product. We say that iron and sulfur combine to form iron sulfide. So in other chemical reaction, substances break apart to produce two or more new substances. അല്ലെ, ഒരു സബ്സ്റ്റൻസ് തന്നെ ഉണ്ടാവണമെന്നില്ല, ഒന്നിൽ കൂടുതൽ സബ്സ്റ്റൻസസ് ഉണ്ടാവാം. So on 83 we so how electricity can be used to make split water to hydrogen and oxygen. അല്ലെ, ഹൈഡ്രജനെ നമ്മൾ സ്പ്ലിറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് വാട്ടറും ഓക്സിജനും ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്തു. അവിടെ അപ്പോൾ രണ്ട് ന്യൂ സബ്സ്റ്റൻസ് ആണ് ഉണ്ടായത്. ഓക്കെ, so here the water has split to form oxygen and hydrogen. So here this is the reactant side and this is the product side. Okay, left hand side എപ്പോഴും ഒരു കെമിക്കൽ ഇക്വേഷന്റെ ആരോന്റെ left hand side always reactant and right hand side it is always product. Okay, so here the water has split to form oxygen and hydrogen. So here there is this is a permanent change and new substance is formed. It is not easily reversible. So chemical reaction happens everywhere. That happens in garden, inside the plants, when they grow and when the leaves decay. അല്ലെ, photosynthesis എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു പ്രോസസ് ഉണ്ട്, റെസ്പിറേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പ്രോസസ് ഉണ്ട്. സോ എല്ലാവിടെയും ഒരു കെമിക്കൽ റിയാക്ഷൻ നടക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. സോ ദേ ഹാപ്പൻ ഇൻസൈഡ് അവർ ബോഡി ഓൾസോ ടു കീപ്പ് us alive. നമ്മുടെ ബോഡിയിലും റെസ്പിറേഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പ്രോസസ്സ് നടക്കുമ്പോൾ അവിടെ ഒരു കെമിക്കൽ ചേഞ്ച് നടക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. ഡൈജഷൻ സമയത്ത് കെമിക്കൽ ചേഞ്ച് നടക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. സോ എവറിത്തിങ് അവിടെ ഒരു കെമിക്കൽ പ്രോസസ് നടക്കുന്നുണ്ട്. So in chemical reaction, a new substances are formed. So we can show that what happens during a chemical reaction using a word equation. So in a word equation, there are two, in word equation, there will be a reactant side and a product side. The left hand side will be reactant side and the right hand side will be product side. So substance that react together are known as reactants. The new substance which is formed is known as product. Okay, and arrow indicates the chemical reaction. So substance at the start of the reaction are the reactants and the new substance that are formed are known as products. Okay, so I hope this topic is clear for you. If you have any doubt, please message me. Thank you.